On a freezing night in 1959, 9 experienced hikers set up camp in the remote mountains of the Soviet Union. Hours later, something terrified them so badly that they cut their way out of their own tent and ran into the freezing darkness. Some were found with crushed ribs, one was missing her tongue, and none of them had proper clothing. To this day, the mystery of what happened at Dyatlov Pass remains one of the most chilling, unsolved cases in history. In January 1959, a group of 9 young and experienced hikers set out on an expedition into the frozen wilderness of the Ural Mountains. The group was led by a 23-year-old engineering student named Igor Dyatlov. Their goal was to complete a difficult skiing journey across the mountains, something they were all trained and prepared to do. They were confident, skilled, and well-equipped for the harsh winter conditions. Before leaving, Dyatlov told friends that they expected to return by mid-February. But the group would never make it back. On February 1st, the hikers reached the eastern slope of a mountain known as Kolatsiako. The name, given by the local Mansi people, means dead mountain. That night, the group pitched their tent on the snowy slope and settled in for the evening. What happened next remains one of the most disturbing mysteries ever recorded. When the hikers failed to return, search teams were sent out to find them. After days of searching, rescuers discovered the group's abandoned tent. But what they found inside made no sense. The tent had been cut open from the inside. It looked as if the hikers had escaped in a panic. Even stranger, footprints in the snow showed that several of them had walked barefoot or in socks into the freezing night. Temperatures that night were estimated to be around -30 degrees Celsius. No experienced hiker would willingly leave their shelter like that. Yet somehow, they did. Following the footprints, searchers soon discovered the first 2 bodies beneath a tree about a mile away. They belonged to 2 members of the group who appeared to have tried to start a fire. They were barely dressed, wearing only thin clothing. Nearby, broken branches suggested they may have climbed the tree, possibly trying to look back toward the campsite. But they never made it back. Over the following weeks, the remaining bodies were slowly found beneath the snow. Some appeared to have died from hypothermia, but others had injuries that investigators could not easily explain. One hiker had a fractured skull. Another had crushed ribs so severe that doctors compared the force to a car crash. And one of the female hikers was discovered missing her tongue and part of her face. Strangely, there were no clear signs of a struggle. Even more mysterious, traces of radiation were later detected on some of their clothing. Over the decades, many theories have tried to explain what happened that night at Dyatlov Pass. Some believe the hikers were caught in a sudden avalanche. Others suggest a secret Soviet military experiment may have taken place nearby. There are even theories involving strange lights in the sky, reported by people in the area around the same time. And of course, some believe something far more paranormal may have been involved. But despite decades of investigation, no single explanation answers every question. In the end, the official Soviet report simply concluded that the hikers died due to a compelling natural force. But what that force was never explained. Today, the mountain pass where the tragedy occurred is named after the group's leader, Igor Dyatlov, and the chilling mystery remains known as the Dyatlov Pass incident. More than 60 years later, the question still remains: what truly happened on that frozen mountain that night? Let me know what you think happened in the comments.